At first, I was really apprehensive to take Ken Guzzo's evolution intervention training. And I knew it was going to be great, but I had already taken his smoking cessation training. And to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be just another variation of that, or it was going to be a variation of all the stuff I already knew: regress to cause, forgiveness intervention, healing the inner child, and all of those things. And I thought it was going to be just a deep hypnotic process that involved all of that. In fact, I remember even calling Ken up and saying, hey, I think you and I are doing the same process here, and what you're doing sounds very familiar. Oh boy, was I wrong. So back in November of 2022, I flew to Sacramento and I took the evolution intervention training. Oh my gosh, this was different than anything else I've ever seen, ever experienced, and ever learned. In fact, this is so unrecognizable from what we typically know in hypnosis. I really believe you don't have to be a hypnotist in order to do this process, because it's so unique, it's so distinct, and it's also so different from what we all know and from how we've been taught. This evolution intervention process, it's one that as soon as I got home from Sacramento, I just started casually dropping it in the conversations that I've been having with my clients, people that were already existing clients. And they said, hey, we saw you were off in Sacramento. What were you doing? And I said, well, I was taking a training called Evolution Intervention, and I described kind of a little bit about what the process is. And right off the bat, I had 5 people say, we want that. We want to do it. We want to do it. So just from casually dropping it into conversation, I got a handful of clients right out of the training. And also the way Ken structures the training, he does it in a way that you can't not leave the training with questions in your mind of what to do. The process, it is like a fine choreographed dance. It is very refined, and it's one that is just so exciting, because you know you're putting your all into it, and you just see your clients leave, and it's like they have this epiphany moment. Last week, I just had my first evolution intervention client, and this was one of my former clients, and it's a client where the traditional hypnotic process has not really worked well on him. In fact, he was told by other hypnotists that he was unhypnotizable. And in this session, in the evolution intervention session, this client, he said this was really different from what any other hypnotist had done. And he said, how can you call this hypnosis? I said, I don't call this hypnosis. I call this evolution intervention. And he said, I'm really thankful for the guy who taught you how to do this, so you can now change and transform lives of many. So now I'm known worldwide. I already was known worldwide as the anxiety relief guy. And now I'm just, again, casually dropping it into conversation that, hey, by the way, there's this other process that I do, and I think it might resonate with you a little bit more than the traditional hypnotic process. And I don't advertise it yet. It's not something that's on my website yet. And it's something that I've opened up to a small number of people, and just about every single person I talk to about this is like, yes, we want to do it. We don't care how much it costs. So with that said, if you're on the fence about taking this training, it is such a worthwhile investment, and it's not only going to change your life, but it's going to change the lives of the tens, the hundreds, or the thousands of people that you work with. And it's also going to change your entire perspective about change work. That was a huge mindset shift for me. I had to really change my perspective about the way that we've been doing change work. And I'm glad Ken got me and the other people in the class to make the shift. It's a powerful, transformative process. Take the class. As always, be well, do good, and be true to who you are.